What if I told you that using limiters will not increase the loudness of your tracks, and the only way to increase the loudness of your track is by using clippers? And I know that using clippers might seem a scary thing to do, but no worries bro, in this video I'm gonna show you how to effectively use clippers so you can become an expert in achieving extreme loudness as clean as possible. So this is how to use clippers for dummies. So this is the project I have right now.
Girl, boy, baddie lit.
So after testing many clippers over the course of my career, I want to tell you which ones are the best for you so you can start achieving your professional results right now. So for this video, I will be using K-Clip, but I also have a free Ableton clipper that you can download right now with the link in the description to achieve the exact same result as K-Clip. So as I said before, I'm just gonna keep this the practical way. So a clipper will basically just shave off the peaks of a sound. Period. Now, practically, you can use two forms of clipping: hard clip and soft clip. Hard clip is an aggressive form of clipper where you just put a ceiling on the sound and every peak that goes above the ceiling is gonna get chopped. So that's how you get the famous brick or squared sound. Now, as the name said, is a hard clip, so it's going to introduce way more distortion than soft clipping. So now you're asking yourself, so why do I want more distortion on my sounds? Shouldn't I just use soft clip? Well, no, because hard clipping works fantastically on drums because you can shave off those transients, and that extra added distortion is going to compensate for the transient and it's going to be almost transparent. Let's hear it in a practical way. So here we have a clap that sounds like this. On the top, you can see the waveform of the clap, and on the bottom our clipper, which is right now bypassed. Let's turn it on, and the way I like to use K-Clip, it's by linking the input and the output with this link button here, and you just start driving the plugin in. Okay, so let's just do this right now and see how our clap is changing in form on the top. So you can effectively see how we shaped our clap into a brick, and if we turn the plugin on and off, you will almost hear no difference at all. So let's do this right now. It's like magic, right? And now if we unlink the output of the plugin and reset it to 0, see how loud our clap is. So before, our clap was probably also hitting 0 dB, but you can tell the difference that after clipping it's way louder. So now you can rebalance your clap and you gain a lot of headroom. So as I said before, I'm just gonna keep it the practical way. This is hard clipper, period. So you want to do this exact same process on every single channel of your drums and start shaving off peaks to be as transparent as possible. So one tip that you need to consider is to start driving the input with the output linked and start driving it as much as you want. But remember, if you overdo it, it's going to be too noticeable. So let's just do it right now. So let's reset our clipper by double clicking here, double clicking the output. Let's just link it again and start driving the plugin again. So this is extreme clipping, and you can see the square here. Let's unlink this and reset our output to 0. Extremely loud clap. Sometimes maybe that's what you want, but in a more practical way, when you want to keep your stuff super clean, ideally you want to drive the plugin as much as you can before hearing a noticeable difference. The idea is that you can turn the clipper off, turn it on, and almost hear no difference, okay? If you can see a difference in your waveform, but you can't really hear much difference on the sound, then congratulations, you have effectively clipped your sound and gained a lot of headroom. So let's just start talking about soft clipping. Soft clipping in practice does the same as a hard clipper. It will gain you headroom, but the way a soft clipper works, you can tell it's almost like saturation because it changes the curve in which sound it's being processed. So instead of just putting like a solid ceiling, it has the exact same ceiling, but the way the sound goes, it's way more musical. So you can actually tell soft clipping as almost like saturation. Let's hear it in practice. So the way you enable soft clipping in K-Clip is the exact same mode, smooth, but here you have a softened curve that will enable the soft clipping gradually. So let's just put it fully soft clipping. Let's link this, the input and output, and let's just play the clap. Let's see how it changes in waveform just by enabling soft clipping. So you can see that just by enabling soft clipping, you already just gain headroom. So let's just start pushing the clipper and hear how it sounds. So visually you can see that it's way less of a break. So it retains more of the shape of the original sound and it's way more musical. So let's just unlink the output and put it to 0 dB. So you can hear that the clap actually gained a lot of more weight, it gained a lot of more body instead of just the hard clipper that shaves off whatever goes above the ceiling. So let's compare fully soft clipping with the exact same settings and visually see how the clap changes. It's like magic, right? So yeah, this is clipping. You can use this exact same process on every single of your channel. I don't give a f if it's a bass line, if it's a vocal, or if it's a synth. The most important tip is to use your ears and hear if you like the result or not. Now, let's talk about the best clipper on the market right now, and that clipper is K-Clip. K-Clip is my favorite clipper of all time, period. Why do I like K-Clip so much is because it has a basic hard clipper and a soft clipper built in, but also this crisp preset right here works like a charm. Sometimes you get too much distortion on specific sounds, but with this preset you can start clipping sounds that sometimes you even thought it was impossible to clip. Also, another clipper that I love to use right now is Gold Clip, but it's more on the expensive side. I would recommend this plugin if you already have experience on mixing, because otherwise you won't really benefit of all the amazing technology that is behind this clipper. But I will still show you how it basically sounds and you can visualize how the clap changes. So you can now see that our clap gained a lot of headroom and it's pretty much basically transparent. So you can visually see that it's not as hard as K-Clip, which made a complete brick on the clap. But it has a gold knob here that it's a specific algorithm that Ryan designed, but sometimes it's not about the clipper itself, it has many other functions that I'm just not gonna dive into right now. But yeah, this is also a clipper that many producers and engineers are using around the world. Okay, so now you know how to use clippers, you know what is a soft clipper, a hard clipper, and you know my personal best favorite clippers right now. So now I'm gonna show you how to use the free Ableton rack that I'm gonna give you and start clipping right now. So I just dragged this rack into the clap channel. So let me show you how it works. First, you have the drive knob where it will actually drive the sound into the clipper and start shaving off the peaks. basically transforming your sound into a brick. Then you turn this clip to 0 on and it will increase the volume to 0 dBs. And here you have an extra function where you can listen to what you are clipping. So here again we have the exact same clap, and let's start driving the plugin. So, as we learned before, this is hard clipper because it's basically a brick. So now that we clipped as much as we want, I'm just gonna turn this knob on and it will increase the volume to 0 dB. And that's it. Then you can adjust the output here to balance the sound the way you want to fit your mix. Now let's put to the test the delta function here. So let's reset everything off and turn the delta function on. So when we press play, we won't hear anything until we start driving the plugin. So the delta function is basically showing you what you are clipping at the current setting. So if we turn this off, you hear the original sound with the clipped effect, and if we turn this on, you can listen to what the clipper is doing to your sound. So yeah, this is clipping for dummies. You are ready to start using clippers right now. Remember, do not overdo this effect because this extra distortion can build up and start making your tracks feel super distorted, and sometimes this is not what you want. But if you want to take your clipping and production skills to the next level, make sure to join the Discord with the link down below so you can chat with me and ask me questions, because trust me, with clippers you can do a lot more, from sound design, different clipping methods, and become a master on how to shape your sounds to fit your mix perfectly. So make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel to show your support, to show that you are grateful for this video, because it truly motivates me to keep uploading more videos and for you to keep growing and learning as a producer to take your career to the next level. So see you in the next video and start clipping your tracks right now.